Hi, my name is Fulton Abraham Sanchez. I am the CPA of the firm Fast CPA Consultants, and today we're going to speak about offshore companies in the USA. Many times clients ask information about how to open a company offshore in the US, meaning company that doesn't pay taxes. There are two states that are very famous in the USA for opening offshore companies, and it's Delaware and Wyoming. Now, there is always the conception that an offshore company in the US, meaning that you will not pay taxes. That only applies within the state, meaning that if you open a company in Delaware and Wyoming, you will be exempt of paying taxes within the state of Delaware or with state of Wyoming. But you will have still to pay federal tax if there is income in the company. Now, the reality of an offshore company is not only or beyond the exemption of the tax of the income tax within the two states, is the confidentiality that the company in Wyoming or Delaware will give to the owner of the company. Usually in the rest of the states of the USA, the register of company is public, meaning that when whoever opens a company in the USA, the name of that person will be published in the register. Many people use directors or managers to not appear on the register, but the reality is that you have there is a name, or there should be a name of a person, of an individual in the register of the company. That is not the case for Delaware and Wyoming. And as a principle, that is the confidentiality that anyone opening a company in Delaware and Wyoming will enjoy of his or her name not being part of the public register, meaning that you will open the company and there will be no name mentioned about the owner or the owners of the company. Within the same principles, for opening a company in these states, you need a resident agent, meaning a person who is living and residing on the state that will work or will function as the representative, not as the representative itself, but as the registered agent of the company in terms of address and domicile. At the same time, you also need a tax ID because, as I said before, you are exempt of taxes, income tax, sales tax within the state that you open the company. But if you have income in the company at the federal level with the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, you have to pay taxes, report taxes, and pay taxes as well. Now, all these states in the United States, they require that you file an annual report, meaning that at the end of the year, you have to file that the company is still working and you are the owner of the company, even though your name does not appear on the register of the companies in the state. In terms of reporting, there is a requirement that you do file tax return, but this is at the federal level with the IRS. You also need to file an annual report for the company itself, meaning that at the end of the year, the company needs to prove that you are the owner of the company and the company is functioning. There is also an annual license that you need to pay. This is not very expensive, but in addition to the annual report, this is another requirement because there is a license for the activity. For example, Delaware classifies the company per activity, and based on the activity, there is an amount assessed and then another license that you have to pay. To precisely help investors and business owners and individuals that want to open an offshore company in the United States, we have designed some packages. Between the silver, the gold, and the platinum, there is one plan designed for each need. For example, the silver plan is for the opening of a corporation. That will include the registered agent as well. The gold is for the corporation and also a bank account. Now, here, remember, if you open a corporation here in the United States, then regular banks, large banks, will not open an account, even if you come physically to the US. Then, in the last year, we have cases with clients that live outside of the US, and even clients who are expats living in other countries in Latin America, and they are U.S. residents, and they have corporations here in the United States. Their accounts have been closed. The case of the particular U.S. resident who the bank closed the account, he has to come to the U.S. and justify that he was a U.S. resident and present the documentation for the corporation to keep its account. Now, there is options that whenever you are not a U.S. citizen or resident and you open a corporation, offshore corporation in the USA as Delaware or Wyoming, there is the option to open a bank account that does not require your presence, and that is particularly in Puerto Rico. The gold package includes the opening of the corporation and the bank account, but the bank account will be opened in a Puerto Rican bank that is like any other U.S. bank designed for people not living in the U.S. and who are not U.S. residents. The platinum package includes the corporation, the opening of the corporation, the bank account, as well as the filing of the tax return for the first year. If you want more information, you can actually view the list of videos that we have here. You can also subscribe to receive more videos whenever we post them and updates. And if you want detailed information, you can click on the link that is on the description box here in this video. Our website is FACIPN Consultants, and send us an email.